What's going on, my friends out there? I'm Jake James Lugo, and welcome to Gamers with Gains. Now I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Pokemon Go, and I'm going to talk about some key important things that I think everybody should constantly talk about. Now that the app is released to the general public, everybody's using it, everybody's talking about it, it's become a huge phenomenon at this point. So overall, Pokemon Go, I think it's a good app. It still has some improvements that it needs to do. Not only is there not really a true 150 Pokemon total count, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to introduce other generations of Pokemon later down the line with future updates, but there also is a lack of interaction between various players that have the actual app on their phones and their mobile devices. I want to be able to battle other trainers, on the fly whenever I'm actually going someplace, and I see other people using the app. Not just in the gym battles or like taking over the different gyms that are littered throughout the entire world, or at least the United States at this point, because I live here in the US. But also, I want to be able to trade. I feel like, battling and trading on the go wherever you are is a real big important part of Pokemon as a series. The 3DS games, with Pokemon X and Y and also Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire allowed people to do that now. And I feel like that would be the next logical step with Pokemon Go. But it's also exciting because a lot of the stuff that makes Pokemon Go so successful and so important and so popular amongst people, I feel like it's going to bleed in other Nintendo apps, including some of the stuff that's coming from Nintendo and DNA later down the line, based off of Fire Emblem and as well as also of Animal Crossing. Again, the interaction between players I feel like needs to be worked on just a little bit, but that stuff could easily not only be adjusted here in this app, but also transferred later on to something like Animal Crossing, which I'm pretty sure is also going to be a big deal when it finally comes out. But one of the other things I want to talk about with Pokemon Go I feel is very important that people need to keep in mind constantly and also need to be reinforced about is this idea of being aware of your surroundings when you're playing the game. There's been a bunch of stories on Twitter and other social media and also news stories about people, running into dead bodies at a river, running into ongoing traffic, running into poles, or even getting stabbed or mugged because they were playing Pokemon Go. There was a whole story about a guy that used Pokemon Go to target other people and actually do all these kinds of robberies and other crimes out there. Thankfully he got caught, which is a big thing. But definitely I really encourage all of you guys that are using Pokemon Go actively or all the time now at this point, always be aware of your surroundings. Don't be oblivious by looking at your app like this constantly when you're just looking like this on the ground while you're walking around in an open environment where there's people around, or God forbid there's open traffic or an intersection around. You don't want to be that guy that's looking out there trying to catch a random Pokemon, trying to catch that Pikachu, and all of a sudden you run into ongoing traffic because you weren't paying attention, you weren't looking both ways when you crossed the street. You don't want to be that guy. We don't want to hear about you in the hospital and you complaining about how you got hit by a car when you were using your Pokemon Go app and not paying attention to what's around you, okay? You guys got to be safe, you guys got to be aware of what's around you, and you got to also be diligent enough to tell other people that you see using the app to do the same thing. Be friendly, be a helpful gamer, a fellow kind of Pokemon trainer, Pokemon master out there, and let your boys or your girls know, listen, be careful when you're using this. There's a lot of people around. Be careful. There's some traffic over there. There's an intersection. Be careful. There's a cliff right there. You don't want to fall off just because you're trying to catch a Geodude. That's all I'm saying, guys. I think it's important. It's definitely something worth repeating to everybody that you know that's using the app right now. I want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to enjoy your time spent playing Pokemon Go with other people. So either way, that's just my thoughts on the whole matter. Just my kind of off the cuff, thoughts using Pokemon Go for the last couple of days or so. I haven't played it as much as a lot of other people have, but I have gotten the general idea, and I'm hoping that this game continuously gets updated with more Pokemon and more capabilities in order to keep it going and actually make this something special for everybody out there that's either a Pokemon fan or a Nintendo fan. But leave your comments down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about Pokemon Go. Any of the crazy stories that you've heard, any horror stories that you've been a part of or you've seen transpire in front of you, or even some of your favorite Pokemon of which you've caught, at least at this point since the app has been around. Again, there isn't about a little bit less than 150 Pokemon currently at this point. There's some big omissions like Mewtwo obviously that haven't been included on the roster of Pokemon you could catch, but I'm more than sure that there's going to be an update for everybody, or at least some sort of big event like what they kind of advertise that'll allow everybody to catch Mewtwo. Either way, guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the Gamers with Gains channel for all my videos related to gaming, stronger living, and other cool stuff, and don't forget to check out my live streams. I am live streaming every single day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sometimes a little bit earlier, between 5 and 7, where I'm playing a variety of different games. I've been playing a lot of Pokken Tournament. The chats have been getting legit. We've done some awesome stuff so far, and I've even done a Gains challenge with Super Mario Maker. I did about 811 push-ups live on stream within that hour and a half or 2 hours that we actually were playing Super Mario Maker. It was pretty insane. I was hurting like hell, but I made some phenomenal gains alongside with the chat, and we had a great time. Definitely encourage you guys to come check it out. Follow me on Twitch. It's going to be an amazing time. I hope to see you guys on there. Talk to all of you again real soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody. And by the way, Team Mystic for the win. Team Mystic is getting these gains, son.